Can everyone hear me okay? Am I loud enough? Is the music quiet enough? Should we turn it down? How does that all sound? Wonderful. I'm so glad to hear it. Well, well, well. The happiest of New Year's to each and every one of you. Welcome to 2026. If you are already in the future, alas, I am here, stuck in the past, still in humble 2025. But, oh, I'm so hopeful for this next year. I cannot wait to see what 2026 has in store for us. And I hope you're right there alongside me in feeling hopeful and optimistic. There's been so much going on in the world. There always is so much going on. And I'm excited to feel like we still have an opportunity to turn things around, you know? So that's why I'm excited. I did turn Brian on, but I'm gonna turn him off again. Thank you, Brian. Thank you, Slam. Thank you, everyone who resubscribed while I was getting ready. I appreciate you all so much just being here with me tonight. I was thinking to myself, wow, this is a really great career for someone who's more introverted than not and wouldn't necessarily feel like they were thriving in a bar environment right now, standing in a line outside waiting to get in. I don't know. It just doesn't sound like it for me anymore. Sitting in a cozy room, nice and warm, all dressed up nonetheless, hanging out. Yeah, that sounds much better. And thus marks the 3rd year in a row that we stream on New Year's Eve. Here we are, year 3. I can't remember if I streamed in 2022 to 2023, but I did 23 to 4 and 24 to 5. And here we are, 2025 to 2026. I can't even believe I'm saying the year. That's why I keep saying it, because I'm trying to get used to it. Is anyone else just not used to it at all yet? What material is this jacket? It is a velour or velvet. I got it at the Renaissance Festival. I've been waiting to wear it for a special occasion. And I told you guys recently I did an online color analysis and I'm not supposed to wear black. It's too dark for my palette apparently. I still wear it, but I've been trying to go towards my navies and my blues. So that's what I'm in tonight. And I have this incredible cloak on. I just feel so magical. Look at the fringe. I love it. I plan on wearing this for a fortune teller roleplay or just some sort of mystic, a seer kind of a vibe. I need to get a crystal ball. So if anyone ever finds any really cool vintage, specifically, crystal balls with a brass stand, please let me know. Send me the link. They're all $700, so if it's less than that, that's even better. I love it too. It was a little pricey, I've gotta say, but I looked it up online while I was at the festival. Because I'm unfortunately one of those shoppers where I'll see something I really like, and immediately I have to reverse image search the item because need to know what it's worth. I need to know if I'm paying a good price. And if I'm not paying a good price, I need to make sure that the rarity makes sense for that price. Something like this, vintage apparently. I don't know because they cut the tags out, so I'm like, who knows? But these all typically sell for like $200 to $300 online, and it was not that much at the Renaissance. So I took my gambles. I can't remember exactly how much it was, but it was like maybe $100 at the maximum. And this is my first time wearing it, so I'm trying to get some use out of it. Slam, thank you so much. Also, someone gifted not too long ago 10 gifted subs. I think it was John. I could be wrong, but I hope I'm right. I have my activity feed. It was John. Thank you so much for 10 gifted subs, John. Happy New Year. Everyone in the chat, raise your hand if you are in fact already in 2026. I gotta say, New Year's is like, I'm learning one of my favorite holidays just because it's just such a fun, like, I love the countdown. You guys know in my ASMR I do countdowns. I love numbers. I love counting. As a kid, that was one of my first like stims, was just like saying the alphabet forwards, backwards from a random letter, trying to make sure I could remember everything everywhere. Same with numbers, multiplication tables, fraction tables, all that kind of stuff. I loved it. I don't know why. I do know why. I know why. I'm sure you guys know why too. But nonetheless, a countdown with a party of people? Count me in. I love it. I just love it. I'm gonna pour myself some more water. So I have been working hard. I must confess something. I've been in the Discord all day, sharing away with my community. And if you're not already in the Discord, that is the place to be. That is Cherie's message board. If I'm gonna say something directly to my audience, it's in the Discord. I seldom make YouTube posts, Instagram posts. I'm in the Discord. So if you're not in the Discord, you should join. And if you would like to join, just type !Discord in the chat and it will populate a link for you. I digress. What was I even saying? I was telling the Discord that I've been up all night. I don't remember when I woke up yesterday. It was in the afternoon sometime, so I don't feel too bad, but I am absolutely over 24 hours of no sleeping. Probably 36 at this point. So, this should be a really interesting stream for us. In my opinion. An interesting stream for me. I feel okay. I don't feel like loopy, which is funny because I did a couple hours ago. I was like falling asleep at my desk because I've been working on something. Something fun, something I find very entertaining. And that would be a new video. Yeah, a new video coming out today. Not only today, but in an hour and a half. Can you believe? I can because I've been working on it nonstop. Holy cannoli. I love it. I love the new spelling change. Hi, how's it going? Happy 5 months. The sloth in me is sad you haven't napped a few hours at least. I tried to fall asleep for a little while, but I got anxious. I have really bad anxiety of like oversleeping and then not waking up with enough time to prepare for something. And I knew I really wanted to like put my whole foot into the stream today. I wanted to look cute. I wanted to put my nice outfit on, do my hair a little bit, makeup, And if I woke up with like, I don't know how many minutes to spare, I was worried I was gonna start the stream at like 11 p.m. and just be so tired. So I just was like, I think I need to stay awake. I was worried if I took a nap, I would go to sleep for the night and not wake up again for the live stream. So I've just ended up staying awake and just kind of like puttering around. I did do the naughtiest thing and drank coffee. Not only this morning while I was editing, but right before I came on the live stream because I was like, I need to stay awake. But I promise, once I crash, after all of this, I will be going to bed. Sleep, sleep, sleep. But it was all really worth it because, and I told this to the Discord, the new video is one of my favorite things I've ever recorded so far. I have a lot of ideas for next year, but it's one of my favorite things I've ever made. I really like just like the energy that I've had recently, which I will say came from taking time off to replenish and recuperate my spirit, my stamina of self, and it's been paying off when I'm recording. I can really like get everything set up, click go, and then go. I just do one take and I just spitball, and it's been really fun, and I've been really having a good time with it lately, which is how I felt when I first started, and I've been looking for that again. So I'm feeling my inspiration coming back. I've had so much fun playing around with color grading and my lighting and just trying to like get my palette a little more cohesive across the board. I don't know if you guys have noticed that my videos recently have been like mostly the same color grading. Mostly. I've been trying my hardest. Cause like, you know, this is something that started as kind of like a hobby for me, and it's become my job, my work. So I'm always trying to get better and improve and learn new things and just kind of, yeah, always make little tiny exponential improvements as I go along. So I've been really proud of my stuff recently, and especially this new video. I did a simulated interactive traditional ritual from German origin. I'm not gonna pronounce it. I tried to say it like 15 times today, and I can't even remember. That's my problem, is I don't remember how to pronounce it, and then I see the word and I'm like, oh, I don't know where to start. German's tough for me. But you'll see in the video, one of my goals for this year is to learn a new language. And I actually, what I did in the video with you guys, am doing on my own personally. I did it in the video as well, but I'm gonna spoil something, just like the director's cut knowledge. Those were, how do you say, prop questions. They weren't real. Like, they're still kind of true, but my own personal wishes, my 12 wishes, which is what the video is about for next year, are something I did on my own time. And I had so much fun with it that I was like, I want to do a video about this, and I want to make it just like very emphasizing on a lot of my favorite little pieces of the ritual that are so satisfying, like lighting the candle and feeling the paper and just kind of like, I don't know, the sounds, the feeling of the warmth of the routine. There's just something about it. It's been very cozy for me. I really enjoy it, and I just wanted to share. So I did in this video, and it premieres at 11 p.m. my time. It's currently 9:30, so in an hour and a half exactly. This live stream is supposed to redirect itself. It's supposed to like put you into the premiere. I don't know if it's gonna work. I don't know if it ever has worked. I've tried to do it a couple times and I can't remember if it ever works out, or if I still have to manually be like, okay guys, here's the link, click the link. But yeah, I'm really excited about it. And if you wanted to interact with the video without using your imagination, which I do, have you do, but if you wanted to do it for real, I would recommend sometime before the next hour and a half ends, grabbing a pen, a paper, and some scissors. Thank you for the tip. I was just thinking about you. Did you have a chance to update the command? And if not, I will do it. Don't worry about it. I just wanted to know if it's already done. The new video command. I will do it if you didn't do it. Because I've got my trusty laptop right here. Oh, 9:30 a.m. or p.m. That depends on where you live right now. If you are in Europe, it's probably the morning for you. Trusting chat with scissors is dangerous. Well, luckily, I am not paid enough to be chaperoning each and every one of you, so that is above my job description. However, I can provide, words of caution, words of wisdom. Nonetheless, I can't hear anything. Did you need help? No. You're good. I hope you're having a fun New Year's. I need my closed captions back on. I'm sorry that those are not working right now. I always forget it's like a separate thing that I have to pull up, and I never do it, but I should, because I really do care about my stream being accessible to people, including people who are not supposed to be watching it, but they're doing it anyway at an event. What? Who said that? Who said that? Hold on a second. How is everyone's Christmas? I haven't seen you. Yeah, dedicated mod for sure. I am just really quickly making sure that the chat command for the new video is updated so you can easily toggle it when it comes time. Because there is also like a lobby that you can wait in so you don't have to pull it up at the last second. Just in case the redirect doesn't work. I don't know why. I sound like I'm anticipating it very much not working. I'm set on it in my heart. I just know it's not going to work properly. But I also feel like I stray towards preparing for all technical difficulties versus none. Because you guys have seen we've had a lot of technical difficulties. Sorry, I'm just trying to find all of our commands. Man, what? Strange. Well, the new video command should be updated. And RabX, oh, thank you for gifting 10 subs. I was like, something just happened in the chat. Everyone's hyping. Thank you, Rab. That's so sweet. Happy New Year. Wino gifted for Blossom. Oh, Blossom. I hope that you get it gifted sometime. They're randomized, so it's not personal. So here's what I've been debating. I know for sure that we're... Oh, thank you, Rabbit Head. Well, it's not random if you do it like that. That's so sweet. There you go, Blossom. Look at that. Community's always so good about that. Oh yeah. I've been trying to figure out if I want to do a watch party on the live stream. If we're gonna watch the video together. We could. It is an hour and 20 minutes long. So I don't know. I don't know if everyone wants to just sit and watch that while I sit in like silence for over an hour. So I was more so thinking I'll prepare you and remind you during the stream if you want to participate to get supplies, all that good stuff. And then at 11 we'll transition from the live stream to the video. That's what I've been thinking. I know it's fun to do the watch parties, but I'm gonna be sitting here in silence, and my New Year's is gonna happen, so I'm like, can we take a 5-minute break at midnight? I have a little thing to do outside. I mean, you could do whatever you would like, just turn your phone off. You can always take a break. Slam Duncan, thank you for 5 gifted subs. Thank you. Computer, sorry, turn your computer off. How was I to know? I'm not in your house. I don't know what you're on. What are you on, man? Hi, Happy New Year. I brought the Yeti back out for us today. It's just always so good. Always so good. I feel like I've just been confessing things to you guys on the stream today, but I need you to take one long, hard look at my nails. Because do you see this? Do you see that rip right there? That break in my thumb? And do you see this finger? Oh my god, it's terrifying. I think I'm gonna cut all my nails off and paint them red. I've never painted my nails red before, and I've just been having this urge to, like, first of all cut them because they've been kind of getting in the way, and I've been making some jewelry again. I know I was saying I was making it, but I was working mainly in wax. It's not really as, like, harsh on your nails. Metal, on the other hand, very different story. It's part of why I never had pretty nails when I was doing metalsmithing. So I've been wanting to cut them because I need to keep working on stuff. I've been making stuff and I'm so excited. Even though the price of silver, we're not even going to talk about it because I know I'm going to rile you guys up about something else. Just know that I'm noticing that. It's crazy. I've been keeping an eye on the metal market for years, obviously, as a jeweler, and it's crazy. Crazy. So, yeah. Next time you see me, short nails, red. I'm excited. New things. New year. New me. New you. New us. Adrian Nosy, thank you for $10 donation. I appreciate that. $10. Let's see if I can do the money sign. This way. $10. Natural nails are better than fake nails. I agree, which is why because these are my natural nails, believe it or not. And you can see on this one, once they break, it's like, obviously, you know, they're broken. There's nothing I can do. So that's when it's time to cut them. When they grow too long and then they break. Because, I mean, logistically speaking, my nail bed is like this long, and the free edge is equally as long, and that's obviously putting a lot of stress and tension on that little nail bed. It just does. Physics, you know? Physics and the like. Happy 8 months. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce your username, but welcome back. Happy 8 months. Thank you for being here. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, you guys. So fun. I'm so glad that I have riled myself up. I can't lie, I almost didn't even have it in me to record a video, let alone edit the whole thing, stay up to do a stream and the premiere. I don't know where it came from, but I just was like, would you rather look back and have done nothing? Or everything? I want to do everything. Gee darn it. If your partner asked you to never wear fake nails again, would you? Did you not listen to me? These are real nails. These are my real natural nails that are growing out of, like, I don't know how to show you any closer. They are it's the nail out of my hand. So no one would have to ask me to not wear them. I already don't. These are my real nails. The thing with fake nails is like, they just feel so different. And I've seen other women talk about this, and just people in general who wear nails. Your real nails obviously still have a, like, Alex, thank you for 10 gifted subs. They have nerve endings in them somewhat, in my experience. Even though they're long, because the cuticle is attached, obviously, you can feel the impact of different sensations kind of rippling through. Because this is technically not alive, but like, it's still made of cells. I don't know. I believe everything is vibrating, and like, it impacts things when you touch them. And my real nails have always still felt like a little bit more me, like they're attached to me. When I wear fake nails, it literally just feels like it's a fake nail on top of my real nail. I don't know how to explain it to people who have never worn them, but it's a very noticeable difference. These feel light. I feel pretty much like naked in my nails. Like, it doesn't feel like I'm wearing anything on them. They just feel really strong and stiff. But like, they feel like my natural nails. Like, I could just clip them with the clippers. When I'm wearing fake nails, it feels like I need to like rip them off. It's a really weird sensation, which a lot of people get overstimulated by them and then they like tear them off. And I totally understand that. I've definitely done that before. I miss the living room vibes with the cats. Man, it must have been a while since you've been here. I moved for the first time in 2023, September, and I've moved again since then. So 2 times we have moved. But I also think about that place and I do miss it sometimes. Also, I'm sorry if I've been making the camera wobble. Sorry. But yeah, that place was pretty. I loved the wood and the stucco walls. I had like an archway with brick. It was so beautiful. I miss that place too. So I totally understand, but it's nice and cozy in here. I like it here too. Thankfully the train has been at bay. Maybe everyone's on vacation for New Year's. I'm gonna eat my words pretty soon once it rolls through here, but I'm wishing for you a happy New Year, Cherie. Thank you, Rodro Cruz. I appreciate that. Happy New Year to you too. Happy New Year to everyone. How in the whole wide world are you? I love that. And you know what? I'm doing smash gob stopping fantastic. Thank you for asking. I'm gonna drink some water that I poured for myself super long ago. Do you guys want to see one of my Christmas gifts? You may have already noticed it. 1902 said, "Oh, Cherie, I wanted to ask you something if I may. In one of your videos, you said you were like 5 feet tall, and I've been wondering if that's true ever since. It is true. I am 5 feet tall. I don't know why I would lie about that. If anything, I would be doing the opposite kind of lie, where I would be saying that I'm 5'6" in the hopes that some modeling agency would scout me and hire me, and then I'd show up like Kate Moss did in my heels, and they'd be like, wait a minute." Is it the lamp? It is not the lamp. It is on my person at the moment. I'm kind of hiding it from you. I'll be less well, now I just made it obvious. I'm gonna just show you at this point. I got as a gift a golden abacus. Isn't that cool? Me like, I love numbers. Well, it shows apparently. Isn't that so sweet? I would take it off, but it's all like, I clasped it all together, and one of the least favorite parts about these nails for me is, of course, where they rip. The place that the breaks are is exactly where I usually would like use my nail side to do the lobster clasp little hook thing. Hard to explain if you don't know what I'm talking about, but on a necklace, you know how there's like a spring clasp that you go like this with, and you pull a lever on the side to make it open and close? The lever multiple times has been the culprit of like starting the rip of the nail, because I'll be holding it and then it'll like slide off, and then the friction and just like the strength that I was putting down will rip my nail. So when they're smaller, they don't have that problem. How has someone not made a tool for that? That's a great question. That is something. Obviously, jewelry is definitely about like reinventing things that already exist. I won't even say reinventing, more like redesigning. A ring is a ring. It's a circle you put on your finger. Like, a ring is a ring. The way we embellish the band is what makes it different and special. I forgot what I was about to say. I had a point there. It was a good point. Oh, the tool. There's an aspect of clasps and just like the levers and things that are involved with jewelry where people have already kind of like made different versions. Like there is more along the lines of carabiner charms, which I actually do really want to get one of those. They're basically like a little connector piece that you unscrew a bolt on. You open it up, you put your charms on, and then you screw the bolt back in place. So it's a lot more sturdy, and like you're turning it with your fingers instead of like trying to press a lever with your nail or with the fingertip. So those are definitely very secure and reliable, and then also like a little easier sometimes to use. Like imagine a C-shape carabiner clasp, and like the ends are touching like this, and they have thread for a screw right here, and I think probably only one of them would have a thread, and then the other one realistically would go inside of this one, and then you have the screw right here that comes down over the join, and it screws into place and it keeps it locked. And they look really cool. They're pretty small, but they can also be big. Wow, life-changing knowledge I'm sharing with you right now. But they're very cool, and I've thought about getting something like that to use for these purposes. It is a bit clever. There's a lot of cool ingenuity happening in jewelry at the moment. I saw someone recently who has these earrings that are like little studs, but then you unscrew the bottom and then chains come down and it's like a dangling piece, and then you can screw it back in and it becomes a little ball again, which of course they then just took that concept and did like a million designs, but it was still pretty cool. Pretty awesome. Rally Cap and Standing, thanks for the super chat. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, Rob. A connector piece to rule them all. Exactly. I need the carabiner clasp to rule them all. So John, I've been using the Dyson and it's pretty awesome. I have it in here, but the cord's not super long. But I do eventually want to show you how it works. It's really cool. Happy New Year, thank you. T Brit 2112. Welcome in. Hi Kareem. Have a great day, you too. Thank you so much. Good night, Twigbot 4K. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. I've been experimenting with lipstick colors lately, and this one is so deceiving looking. It's so dark in the container. Oh, but then it comes out like pink, red. I don't know. What is up with that? Honestly, that's one of my biggest pet peeves in a product. Like, how am I supposed to accurately swatch that? You know, like that's a completely different color. I keep commenting about my mom in the hospital and the comments keep disappearing. I don't know why, but I gotta get to bed. It's probably because we have built-in words in the chat and it's probably getting flagged. The multi-chat, technical jargon, sorry in advance. The multi-chat that I have on my OBS is in read-only mode for some reason. It's not signed into my accounts, so I can't see like the moderation activity. I just see the normal chat that everyone else is seeing, whatever gets publicly posted, so your stuff is probably getting withheld by like an auto-moderated word catching thing. And I apologize about that, but all in all, I'm sorry your mom's in the hospital. I've been going through some of my own family stuff lately with aging, just like things happening. It's been tough, so my heart goes out to you. I know that that can be really difficult. I hope that you're finding a sense of solace and peace here, and I hope that you can get some good sleep. Thank you for stopping in. It's been a while since I saw you streaming, but I've been loving the ASMR recently, as I usually do. Point being, you do an amazing job. Thank you. I appreciate the feedback. That really means a lot. Thank you very much. I'm gonna be tuning out again. I hope everyone has an awesome New Year's tonight if I don't return. Thank you, Maggie. Happy New Year's. Of course. Happy New Year to you too, Thomas. I'm sorry that your chat was getting flagged. I'll try to go back and look through the logs later after the stream. So even if I don't respond, just know I will eventually try to go read it just to see what you said. A, because I don't want to be rude, but B, because I'm just curious like that. Because I'm just a nosy girl. Whatever. 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 Oh, GLBM 555. The beginning of a new year. Time to give thanks, time to recognize the special light in Cherie Lorraine. I don't know about all that, but thank you very much. And wish all the best to Cherie, her family, and this group. That is so sweet. Thank you so much for the group well wishes. I will say I have checked out some of your work, especially the role plays, and they're absolutely incredible. Keep it up, Cherie. I'm keeping it up tonight in about an hour. We have a new video premiering. I gifted a sub but got 0 response. Sometimes the person is a lurker and they don't even know that they got gifted a sub. I've had people come in like weeks later and they're like, oh my gosh, I got gifted a sub. Thank you to whoever did that. So I'm sorry that no one responded to you. Or did I not respond to you? When did you gift a sub? I'm the lurker in my own stream who didn't see it. It's me I'm talking about. When did you gift a sub? It must have been a while ago. I'm looking through my activity. I think it's 37 minutes ago.
Oh my goodness, girl. Happy New Year! How are you? Come up here. Come here, beautiful. Gorgeous. She's coming up. She's listening. She's good. Good girl, come on. That's good. Come on up. Good girl. Just be careful. Good girl. Hello, sweetheart. Hi. How are you, beauty? Gorgeous girl. Hi. She wanted some pets, obviously. That's nice. Kiwi girl. The keyboard so she doesn't accidentally step on it. And turn everything off. Oh my goodness.
Pretty girl. Pretty girl, how are you? How are you, gorgeous? Are you wanting to lay up here? Are you wanting some space to lay down? You can lay. You can lay right there, that's fine. Do you want to say hi to everybody? Gorgeous. Happy New Year, Kiwi. You're a good girl. Kiwi's almost 6 years old now. Can you believe that, little lady? I've known you since you were a baby. Alright, princess. There you go. That's nice. Yeah. Oh, she's laying on the desk. That is so sweet. She wants to be close by. They said you're baby. She agrees. She likes that. She said, yes, I am baby. Okay, I'm gonna leave her alone because I really want her to meow for us. She will. She doesn't seem like she's in the mood, but sometimes if she gets like really into being pet and then I stop, she'll be like, meow. Right, Kiwi? That's nice. She's being really cute. She's rubbing the microphone and my water jug. She's just a happy girl. Just a happy. I can get her to meow on command if she's like already talking. Then we just have full-on conversations at that point, but I can't always do it.
Right? You're not always in the mood, and that's okay.
Oh my gosh, every time I look at the calendar on my phone or just like the computer, I'm like, It's the last day of the year. It's the last final hours of the last day of the year. For some of you, the clock just struck 11 p.m. and you are officially 1 hour away from the new year. So fun. That was always my problem in school. Ray, the kid, I would always write the wrong year for the first 4 months of the year. I could never remember. It's not that I didn't remember, I just I don't know. I would always write just instinctively the other year. And of course, then I would get so used to that year that I had to keep practicing. I know 4 months is such a long time. It wouldn't happen every day. It's not like every day I would be like, again? But I can remember vividly in April, even in June, writing the wrong year. I couldn't break the habit until the 4th quarter came. That's so valid. Thanks. This time, we will acknowledge you. Damien XD58, Saturn 9432, Tristan _B, Stardust with a 5, Malcolm TD. Welcome in, you guys. Thank you for the gifted subs. 1 hour left here. That's true.
Oh, gorgeous.
See, I don't think I technically need to end the live stream for you to get redirected. My sister just wanted to hang out, which is part of why I was gonna leave early. Because she said she's alone and she wanted to not be alone. And obviously, I was not gonna say, no, you have to be alone so I can do my live stream. But she also doesn't want to be on the live stream. So she doesn't want to come over until I'm done. And I think she wants to do the midnight thing together, but I don't know. So we'll see. Do I have any New Year's resolutions? Yes. Sorry, I have sweaty hands, and when I pet Miss Beautiful over here, I get so much hair on me, just random little hair. It sticks to everything, my lipstick. But I didn't necessarily do New Year's resolutions this year. I did New Year's wishes. I did the 12 wish ritual. It's hold on, let me try and pronounce it. It's a German word. It's Rauhnachti, and it means rough nights, and I think that's it. Rauhnachti. It's got the I'm not good at it. I'm really, really bad at German. I'm awful at it. But it means rough nights, and it's supposed to symbolize the death of the sun after the solstice, or well, technically before the solstice, but wait, something happens there's between the 21st and the 24th, something happens with the sun where it doesn't move in the sky, it stays still. And then obviously we have Christmas, and then between Christmas and New Year's is another thing. Anyway, the tradition is from the 21st of December till the 1st of January. Every day you burn a wish. This explanation is going to become very redundant when we all watch the new video, because I explain it all there too. But you burn a wish every day in symbolism of giving them out to the universe, planting the seeds in desire, in intention, and then letting the world take care of how they grow, where they grow, the logistic aspects of things. Letting the universe kind of take the reins on a lot of that stuff. Trusting it's still gonna happen nonetheless. Except for one wish that on New Year's Day you open, and you're supposed to take that as your mission, your agenda for the year moving forward. So that wish is your responsibility to make happen, to fulfill, to come true. And I loved that, just like everything about that as a ritual. I thought it was really fun. I felt like I had a lot of things that I've been ambitiously trying to think of doing, and I just haven't pushed myself. So of course, part of the appeal is like, oh, well, I can just wish for them and then pretend I don't have to be responsible. Of course, I still believe that I'm gonna be a huge part in what makes all that stuff happen, not the universe. However, it still feels fun to be like, okay, I get 12 wishes and I only have to take care of one of them. All the rest of them are gonna float out there and they'll come true on their own time when they're ready to. It just feels nice. It's like a little reassuring thing of like, magic is happening for me in the background of my life while I focus on my task, which is pre-designated because you wrote them down and then you singled it out one by one every day. You're not supposed to look at your wishes, and every day you burn them. So I took a picture of my list, but some people just like don't even keep them in their head. They just forget all about them. Which of course you won't know if it comes true or not if you forget what the wish was. So I wrote mine down and took a picture, but every day I've been burning them. I have 2 left. I have 1 for tonight, and then tomorrow I get to read what my mission is, and I'm really excited. I don't know if I'll tell you guys, but maybe. I'll see what it is. Some of them were really personal, and some of them were just like, I want to learn a new language and become fluent, which obviously is going to take a lot of work. So part of me hopes that that one is my mission, because like, no backing down. Can I have a reading? We do those on Thursdays. Is it Thursday today? It's Wednesday. I don't know if I'll stream tomorrow, but maybe. So we could maybe do them tomorrow. I'll think about it. I don't really drink, so I'm not gonna be hungover or anything. It's Thursday in an hour. That's true. That's true. What language are you wanting to learn? There's so many good ones. I really don't know. I think my biggest thing, and this is obviously a very selfish request for the language itself, but I would love to learn something that kind of is like multi-application. Like if you learn the structure of one language, it becomes easier to pick up other ones. Like Latin lending itself very well to like Italian and Spanish, I'm pretty sure. There's just like certain overlaps kind of things. So a romance language, not necessarily. I mean, like, I don't know. Like I said I'm bad at German, but like I have tons of German family in my family that I don't really know. I don't know anything about my like roots. I just know my grandparents. So I don't even know how many greats that is. Great grandparents came from Germany. They immigrated here on a farm. They were farmers up until my grandpa. So like for a long time, they were just farmers here from Germany, and yeah. I don't really know much about that history. I don't really know like much about German heritage in general, and my grandpa in his 80s was trying to learn how to speak it, and he was getting somewhere, albeit like also going through dementia, so he could only retain so much. But I remember thinking to myself, good for him. He's so... They always say you can't teach an old dog new tricks, but here he is trying to learn a whole new language, a really complicated one, albeit. No, I've never been to Germany. So that's a language I'm interested in. I'm also, believe it or not, interested in Russian. I don't know why. I just feel like there's like certain things in Russian that on my first or second try, people have been like, wow, that was a really good pronunciation. And like, I feel like there's certain aspects of just like the sounds that I really can understand well. Hello, elf peasant. Guys, that's my sister that I was telling you about earlier. And she's probably like, what the heck? But I said I was streaming until 11. You can come whenever you want, honestly. Like, just come hang out. Yeah, you can come. You can do whatever you like. Yeah. So I brought these as like a fun little thing. And then I saw them and I was like, I'm not gonna wear these, but I kind of want to. I love them. I think they're so fun, but they're just really reflective. That's the thing. It's like you can see the whole, you can see me on my screen. Hello. Oh, look at that delay. It's such a bad delay. That's crazy. That's crazy. Elton John glasses. Oh yeah. Does he wear stars? I always thought he just wore like the little like ovally ones, but I'm sure that makes perfect sense. Perfect sense. Yeppers. I don't know why that word is so funny to me. Yeppers. Like, if you were to draw someone whose main vocabulary word when they say yes is yeppers, how would you draw them? What kind of person would you imagine them to be? Bonjour. Comment ça va? That couldn't be more Elton. Well, I guess I'm feeling fabulous tonight. Wasn't he British? Am I crazy? Ça va très bien. Merci. See, I don't know how to be like, that's good. That's nice. Good for you. Like, I have no idea how to finish any of those conversations. I know how to start them and then be like, yo no habla francés. Which of course is Spanish, you know, just anyway. Like, that's my point, is like, I know bits and pieces of a bunch of stuff and I just want to be fluent in one single language. I've learned so many. I took Spanish in elementary school for like 4 years and I learned basic stuff. We got up to like nosotros, vosotros, we, they, just like those aspects of vocabulary, because it was a public school. Okay, it wasn't the greatest, but they did their best. And then I took French for a year in high school and learned basics, but I never learned anything beyond the basics. So I want to be fluent. I want to feel more equipped to have a conversation in something. So yeah, a medley, exactly. I want nachos with Mexican sauce. That sounds so good. I got my favorite Indian food today. That's the last New Year's thing. Polyglot. I feel like I'm the farthest thing. I'm like a multi-micro polyglot. I'm teeny. Indian food is so good. It's so good. Hi, Nick. Thanks for being here. I hope you're having a great New Year's. I took a long time to learn English, and now I always put some English words when I try to think about Spanish or French. See, People say you know you're becoming fluent in a language when you start to dream in that language and like think conscious thoughts, processing things in that language. The thought of that, the concept of that, to even wrap my head around, like, I'm dreaming in French, I'm dreaming in Italian, like, I've always told myself I'm bad at it, to the point where I like have adopted this mentality that I will never ever be fluent in another language with ease. It's always something I felt like I'm gonna have to like chip away and struggle at. So that's kind of how I feel about Russian. Everything I've ever learned about Russian, I've like really retained it for some reason. I don't know why. Like swear words, a couple swear words people would always say as a joke, and I like can't not know them. And then someone close to me taught me pif paf umyoyoy. Wait. Pif paf oyoyoy umyorayet zaychik moy, which is like something about a rabbit running away. I don't know. But like, I was in school for singing and I learned Italian to sing it, and like that was really fun. I love the concept of being able to speak another language. It makes me feel really cool and proud of myself, and I do crave that self-satisfaction. So that's a big motivator for me, is looking back on my self and progress and the choice that I made to do that and become fluent, and then actually succeeding and being like, that's awesome. I'm so happy for you. Again, I have such a wall of like, I'll never do that, to the point where even thinking about a future me being fluent in any language and being like, yeah, I'm fluent, and just saying it casually, I'm like, you finally did it. Something else like that, super random, people do it every day. Putting a contact in. I've never been able to put contacts in my eyes. They make me so uncomfortable. I get so scared. I like psych myself out. It feels like an involuntary response. And meanwhile, there's people wearing them every day. You know? There's just some things where I've always told myself, like, that's not for me. I'm so bad at it, it just clearly is not for me. There's so many things that I'm good at, really easily and naturally, to the point where I'll take those in stride and leave the other stuff for the other people that are good at them. But now I'm like, okay, no, I need to challenge myself. There's plenty of other people that learn those languages brick by brick, day by day, Rosetta Stone CD by Rosetta Stone CD. They learn those languages and they are fluent nonetheless. Swallowing pills is another one. For a long time I was just like, ooh, not my forte, not great at that. I still have to like take a deep breath and like prepare myself. I've been learning Spanish since elementary. I'm a high school senior now, and I still don't think I can call myself fluent confidently. That's the thing, it's like, a lot of people say people who don't think they can learn a language are like obviously learning it in a context that like isn't always conducive to being fluent in it. Whereas if you throw someone, and this is just what I've heard, like exposure learning, if you throw someone in the middle of an area where no one speaks their language and they have to kind of figure things out and adapt, apparently that comes with a lot quicker of a fluentness, because it's out of necessity and survival versus like a casual classroom setting where there's not really stakes involved. I've always thought that was interesting, and part of me was like, I'm gonna have to learn another language by moving to another country. But I still think I want a head start if I'm gonna do that. I want to know some things. So that's interesting. I've heard about that, just like the neuroplasticity availability on that substance. However, I know there's also a lot that goes into it, and you need to like prepare your brain. I remember someone in my party days telling me about their ritual routine where they would take like some supplement. I forget what they would do, but they would basically like overload certain parts of their brain that they knew were going to be depleted afterwards, and they would equal it out, and then they wouldn't have like the depression after. I've never done that. That's one thing that I just was like, I'm gonna stay away from that, because I saw so many people around me who I was really close with and very similar to in personality just like fall head over heels for that, and they didn't stop for a long time, and like I just knew myself and I knew that would be me, so I stayed away. But now obviously, you know, there's more like trial, or not trial, but like controlled setting research about that, like ketamine, that's happening, which is great, but definitely very useful, been very successfully proven in PTSD therapy. So yeah, I don't know, very interested in all that stuff. I love science. My sister that was just in the chat, she is super nerdy. She is such a nerd, and I love her. She knows so much stuff about bacteria, cyanobacteria, certain kinds of cells that she always talks about, and I can't even remember the name because they're all so long and complicated. But she's an environmental engineer. She's smart. We love talking about a lot of this stuff. Cells. Girl, not nerdy. Well, yes. You are, but not, it's not a diss, it's a compliment, trust me. Oh, what? I thought that's what you were studying. You're just a student now. ENVE. I don't know what that means. See, I don't even know what I'm talking about. She's really smart. She knows about a lot of stuff. We talk about cells, and it's very interesting. And my grandma has always been really into neurology, so that's another area where I've just always been like, man, so cool, so crazy. I hear a cat in the litter box. I thought you could be studying to be an engineer. Okay, well, I don't remember if I said you were in school for it or not, but I think they know that you're younger than me, so for you to be having a like already established flourishing career in that would be kind of crazy. But not impossible, I guess. I don't know people's timelines. People graduate college at like 15 sometimes, so I don't know. What I do know is we are taking down our time, and now I'm feeling like I should have started an hour earlier. I could technically push the premiere back to like 11:30. What do you guys think? I was just worried everyone was gonna be so sleepy, because tons of my audience is from Europe. All of them are, I think, in bed already. You're leaving in 4 minutes? Nice. Alright, good. I'm not even gonna entertain that, but it is very funny. Felix. It's true. Oh my, oh my. Oops, wrong keyboard layout. I am in London. It's 4:25 a.m. here. Wow. Today I rewatched an old video of yours about positive affirmations, and it was one of the most amazing ASMR or even non-ASMR videos of confidence refilling that I've ever watched. Thank you for the feedback. Sorry, I had to burp. That's one video that when people will comment on it after a really long time, because I think it's been almost 3 years since that post put out, it always makes me happy. I'm like, yes, people are still finding that one. I love that video. I need to make another one of those. Would you guys watch a new positive affirmation video? I feel like I have a few things for today's world in specific that I would want to repeat over and over. Like, your likeness is safe from AI. Your likeness is safe from AI. We will not use all of our fresh water. We will not do it to ourselves knowingly. We will choose not to shoot ourselves in the foot as a human race. See, don't you feel better already? Don't you feel so much better? But AI's not safe from I. I'm not gonna argue with that. Someone is being a little crazy. I need to go check out the scene. Sorry, I muted you. I'll go quick, but somebody keeps clawing and I want to see what's going down. Little baby. Here's a full look at the cape. It has a... I'm pretty sure it has a bird on it. Look at those muscles. I saw that. Yes. There's a peacock. Green. Gorgeous. Aren't these such good colors? Oh, I love them. I loved this orange. I was like, ooh, I love it. Kiwi is leaving. So cozy. So much cozier. I'm wearing my silk pajamas. This velvet robe. I feel so fancy. I feel so like bougie. John! I'm like, now I need to get the Dyson. I really want to show you. And my hair is falling a bit flat anyway. Oh, I forgot. I'm like, why can't I hear myself? That would be why. That would be why. That would be why. Man, these kitties right now. Now Kiwi's clawing at the door because I closed it. Because Vivi is out there playing with her toy. Oh my goodness. Crazy girls. Let me go let her out.
Leave.
Bye, Miss American Pie. Throw the sherry to the levee, but the levee was dry. Good old boys are drinking whiskey and rye, saying this will be the day that I die. This will be the day that I die. Bye, Miss American Pie. Throw the sherry to the levee, but the levee was dry. I'm excited for 2026, not gonna lie. Me too. Me too. I'm feeling genuine optimism about it. Yes, I do know where I put my necklace. But isn't this one so cool? Of course I had to wear it. And like the little balls move. Come on, it's so cool. Love it. Yeah, it's good ASMR. Yes, it functions. It's a real abacus. Okay, as we sit here, I'm going to draw attention to my new video by putting it in the corner of the screen and being like, look, 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 this new video, it's coming. Red boy from Niue, somewhere in Australia. Hey, welcome back. Happy New Year. It's been 2026 for you for like almost a full day, I feel like, already. You in New Zealand. The Hell Tank with 2 gifted subs. Thank you very much. I'm trying to get these set up for us really quick. Okay. Slam, you're so sweet. Thank you. Top one, maybe? No. I was like, is there a title? Guess not. Okay. Here's the new video, you guys. That was me, like, 14 hours ago? 16 hours ago? 16 hours ago. Something like that. No. Like 18 hours ago. It was at like 4 in the morning. 2026 will be the year. Period. Period. Have you heard of free diving? Yes. Where do I get your jewelry from? I have a website that is currently under construction, and I will be reopening it next year. 2026. I'm working on my new collection. It's been a work in progress, but yeah, next year I'll be starting with a couple of pieces that are obviously more finished, than the other ones. But then I will also be rolling out parts of the collection later, because I'm like just gonna have to go with whatever is finished first. Certain parts of the design aren't ready yet. I still need to tweak some sizing things and proportions and just like the fit of things, how it feels. Because obviously these are gonna be not always the lowest of price points. I will warn you, one of the things that I have been aspiring to do in my business is work more with solid gold as well as silver, which both of those things have gone up exponentially in cost this year as a raw material. So that has been very deterring from doing anything, but I've just told myself, small batch. Don't have to make 1 million pieces at once. Small batch. Make your prototypes, get them perfected, and then release small batch. Let them sell out. Totally fine. So that's what I'm gonna do. Small batch. And then obviously if they sell out really quickly, then I will make bigger batches as we move forward and as I receive more capital from the business, from the jewelry. But right now I'm paying from the ASMR, really. Jewelry hasn't been active for almost 2 years. 1.5 years, I think, was when I mailed my last piece. So, yeah. Sorry to hear that material costs are more expensive. I don't know what happened. AI is what happened. And just like the demand for a lot of those raw materials. And people, there's a lot of layers to things. People are uncertain about the markets right now. They don't know where to put their money. People always say that gold is a very sure value. So a lot of people put their money in gold all at the same time, and gold prices went up a lot. And silver is also trending. Like, just for perspective, I just want to put this in perspective. When I first started making jewelry, Cora Yeth, thank you for the gifted sub. Also, my sister is going to be here soon, and you're definitely going to hear her because she's not quiet. So just so you know, I don't know if she's going to come in. I don't know what's going to happen. If she does, that's her own decision because I closed the door for a reason. But when I first started making jewelry, I was working with brass and copper, which were around $20 for a pound spool. I have no idea how much a pound of copper is these days, or a pound of brass, but it was around $16 to $20 for a pound of that base metal wire. It's called base metal because they use it in a lot of other prototypes that are coated in silver or filled with, you know, gold, but it's 5% gold and 1% silver, whatever it is. And then the rest is the base metal, the base of the piece that's, you know, still shiny in gold or silver, but it's not expensive. And those still cost money per spool. Now remember, we were measuring those in pounds. Silver is measured in something called troy ounces. There's 28 ounces in a pound. I don't know how many troy ounces there are in a pound. But you can imagine, oh my gosh, 7777? What the heck prompted that? That is such a generous donation. Thank you so much. Happy New Year. Now I really need to get the Dyson out from the floor. Hold on, let me think about it. $5.70 USD for a pound of copper, but you have to remember they're processed in a... I was buying them from like a jewelry wholesale. Warren Buffett is the owner of the company, Rio Grande. It's like the American staple for jewelers. And it has been for years and years and years and years and years. It's part of why he's so rich. It's because he has this business. Okay? So 14.6 troy ounces to 1 pound, okay? So let's say 15. 15 troy ounces to make 1 pound. Remember, pound, $20, copper and brass. When I first started making jewelry 2018. For simplicity's sake, it was really 2017. But when I started working with metalsmithing and silver in 2018, it was $15 per troy ounce. So you can imagine how expensive a pound of silver already would have been at $16 per troy ounce. 16 times 15, whatever that is, that's how expensive it would be. Definitely in the hundreds. Today, and you can check if it's gone up since I've looked. Today, silver has risen to $75 a troy ounce since 2018. You have to remember how long it took it to get to $16, $15 in the first place. From 2018 to now, it's gone up to $75. Just in the last week, it's gone from like $60 to $75. The full $15 original price of an increase per troy ounce. Isn't that insane? Gold, when I first started, used to be around $1,400 per troy ounce. It is now over $4,000 and a couple hundred. 4,500 maybe, I think. Huh? That's a huge increase. Which it was already starting at a pretty expensive price point when you think about the other raw materials. You know what I'm saying? Hello.
I brought my art stuff so I could like sit in the background.
Ooh, that's cool. I mean, yeah, you're not on camera if you sit here. We're just chatting about the prices of gold and silver right now. And I was telling them a comparison of the prices when I very first started. This is my sister. We'll let her be as anonymous as she chooses to be today. But I was telling them when I first started, copper and brass were $20 a pound. And we just looked, there's about 15 troy ounces, which is what silver and gold are measured in a pound, okay?
Troy?
Yep, not a normal ounce, a troy ounce. There's like 28
like
ounces
the
normally.
City of Troy?
Maybe. Could be. See, she's smart. I didn't even think of that. Anyway,
What the heck?
it was like
Troy?
16.
There's just some guy named Troy.
It was like $16 for silver and like $1,400 for gold when I first started in 2018. It's now $75 for silver per troy ounce and over 4,000 something for gold. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that insane? So I'm complaining about it being tough to start a jewelry business right now. Or like, not start one, but rebrand and level up the materials. Which I guess is where I've just been kind of like, okay, well, regardless of that, I'm probably still gonna offer like a brass version of whatever the gold is just to have it accessible. And also brass is still, huh?
Do you think you could like get like an old electronics and like get like metal from that?
I usually go for scrap on eBay of like broken jewelry bits and just like random chains and like things that people don't want to fix or are unfixable. Like there's certain kind of chains where once it's made, if something gets kinked, then like it's done. You need to just melt
So
it down.
lame.
It's like part of the fragility of the craftsmanship is like once it's messed up, like herringbone, for example.
Crazy, crazy.
Look at her art, it's so good. I asked her for Christmas to draw us each like a fairy drawing. Yeah, this one is mine. Look, she did a Vaporeon for me.
Wow, this is really good quality.
It's so cute. Look, that's me right there. And there's her, and then that's our other sister. Floating in the sky.
A little late for a Christmas gift.
Last year's
In
Christmas.
true artist fashion.
It's okay, I'm just preparing for next year's, you know?
I was just dreadfully uninspired.
I feel that it has been a dreadfully uninspiring season. I'm gonna go ahead and just like swap myself out. ASMR real quick because I'm not gonna put the pressure on anyone to be quiet right now. Just chatting. Don't worry, the vibes will stay as they are, but just for the audience's sake and any strangers who are coming in like, I can't wait to relax. I have a lot of silver I bought 15 years ago now. Have the predicament of selling it now or waiting to see if it goes higher. Save it. You better hold on to that. Hold on to it. It's not going anywhere anytime soon. That I will tell you for fact. Everyone my entire life has been telling me to put my money into gold and silver, and as a jeweler I was like, okay, I'll buy my share of raw materials, but I never actually like thought really of putting a bulk of my money investments into those raw materials because like they were pretty steady at the same price. What I just described to you from 2018 to now, that's a really big increase. That's a really big increase of the same metal that the same people were saying is valuable the whole time. So they're not wrong, is what I've been learning. They're not wrong. However, I always think, and you might remember the Twilight Zone episode, the Rip Van Winkle guys who like go into the time machines to fast forward 100 years into the future, and they all have these gold bars that they stole from a bank, and then they're like fighting each other for the fortune, and they're like fighting to the death basically. They're like not giving each other water because they're like, I don't know, you gotta pay me, and they like have to trade gold bars for the water. Eventually all of them die except for this one guy, and he like, there's like a hover car that comes by. It's supposed to be like the future, and he's like, please, and he's like holding up a bar of gold, and then he like dies of whatever famine or just like dehydration, and then they're like, what is this thing? Like this like hunk of metal, it's worthless. I think it used to be worth something, but like we don't care about it anymore. Like gold was like completely worthless in the future, and they were just like banking on the fact that in 100 years it was going to have whatever exponential increase. So I always think about that episode of Twilight Zone, and I'm like, who's to say it's not going to do that one day? So I don't know. That's why I just like making pretty stuff to wear, because then I just don't care. I don't care how valuable it is, I just like it. I just like it, and I will always like it. Like in Die Hard movies. I've never really seen Die Hard. Have you seen Die Hard? Yeah, okay, we should watch those. I've been recommended multiple times. You guys, 11 minutes. I'm glad I have this because it's helping me keep on time. I've been getting distracted. Also, though, these 2 hours have felt good. It felt nice and long. Also, it flew by. Oh my gosh, you guys, Happy New Year! Happy New Year. Oh, sorry. I'm not an ASMR though anymore, so it's fine. So ready for 25 to be over. You know what? Preach it. Preach it. Happy New Year.
I feel like 2026 is going to be the year of healing.
She said it, guys. You heard it here first. 2026 is going to be the year of healing. Period. Which, funny enough, you're the year of the horse, aren't you?
I don't know.
I think you're either that or a monkey, but I think Grace.
A monkey would fit me more.
I think she's a
than
monkey.
A horse.
But people were saying.
I do have horse teeth.
People were saying this was the year of the snake, which it was, and it was the shed. You're shedding, and now we're gonna get on our horse and fly. Like, go quick.
It was actually the year of the snake. That's crazy.
I know. Why is she off screen? Because she just wants her own space.
No, because there's no chair.
Yeah, because there's also no chair.
I feel like
You can just.
I could just like pop in, like.
There's a stool. There's a stool in the living room by the TV that's like a wicker stool. Just grab that.
Where is she?
I mean, I respect them. They've never met you before. I honestly never ever thought that she would come on the stream. The other one is way more social than her. And she's just like not, I don't know. She's not usually like preferential about being in the public eye. So this is a special day. Special New Year's. No, she's not shy. She's just private normally, I feel like. I was telling them that I'm like really surprised that you're on the stream right now. I never thought I would see the day.
I feel like
I was telling them our other sister is a lot more just like built for this extroverted, like performance-based activity.
I think it's mostly because in the past year I've gotten a lot more interested in sort of like the act of communicating scientific information to the public. So I feel like that has really kind of made me more open to the idea of like,
I've been prompting it. I'm like, girl, you need to tell the world what you're learning. Like, tell everyone. If I think it's interesting, someone out there is gonna also think it's so fascinating. Like,
well, I think it's hard to know the line between being like, you know, like helping to broaden someone's like understanding of nature and then like being a snooze fest. Like literally making someone like boring and like try to move on.
True. Which I have told her that a few times. I was like, listen,
you're not the worst.
I was like, I can't follow right now. And it wasn't her fault. I just was like, my brain is at capacity already and I can't handle anymore.
I know.
And it was, you know what? I think about it, it's because I was hosting Thanksgiving. Like, that's a lot.
But I think also it's because I'll like interrupt myself mid-thought and then add in like the technically and will actually and then never get back to the original train of thought.
Train of thought. I told you guys. I was like, maybe there's no trains today.
Let's go. Yeah.
Oh, Happy New Year.
There's some guy out there like, I hate when people do that.
I think it's cute.
It must be so annoying though. Like, you're just trying to do your job.
They said, damn, she sounds like me. Oh. That's so cute that it honked for us, and they don't normally do that. It's definitely for New Year's. That's so cute. Hi Dakota, Happy New Year. Woohoo! I feel like I can be loud now.
It's really hard, I feel like, to be super passionate about something that is like very niche. Cause like, you know, you try to do the same thing that I feel like a lot of other people can do, where they can talk about things they're interested in with others, but like, you have to be sort of I was gonna say meticulous, but not that. You have to be a little more calculated, I feel like, in how you talk about it, because I think like casual can be really open to interpretation for people, and when you come in with something that I feel like a lot of people have animosity towards, like science or math, like I feel like you hear so many people talking like, I hate math, or like, I don't know, just like not
just
being,
like a personal bias against
and
it because
so
they are having a hard time with it.
And
That's like me with language.
I think too, because people don't like AI stuff, a lot of people associate STEM with that, which I feel like is like really unfortunate, because it's like barely even like a representation of science as a whole. Like, science is math, physics, like chemistry, biology,
period.
Like ecology.
Hold on.
Like all that sort of stuff. And like even I guess like logic is also like old as heck.
I'm gonna push the premiere back to 11:30 because we're cooking right now.
Because I'm rambling.
No, it's fine. I love it. I love it.
But what was I gonna say? Oh, it's also just such a sub branch of science that like so many people are outspoken in because like other people are talking about it. So it's kind of like this thing where people are just like kind of jumping on the bandwagon, I think. And yeah, I find it really unfortunate that, you know, like now people will say like these like negative stereotypes about people who are in STEM, when I feel like that's kind of rooted in a general like dissatisfaction with the way that people in power are treating AI. Like, not to say, like, obviously as someone who is studying engineering, I don't have like complete negative feelings around AI. Like, I do stochastic modeling for like school projects and find it super interesting. But like, I mean, not even like that would be a good example of AI. My point more is that I have some experience with coding, and like I have an appreciation for the human ingenuity of like AI models. But I think like,
I think most people have gotten to a point where they're like, AI isn't the problem, it's the lack of the regulation around it that is the issue at this point. Like, it's kind of very clear that AI is going to come with us into the future, whether people like it or not. And so I think most people are just kind of like, that's fine, but like, I don't want stuff generated of me without my consent, and I don't want to, you know, the basics of the morality.
Don't want to like have to ignore copyright as a concept altogether.
Yeah, so that's where I just think the discussion has shifted, and there's obviously just like, again, we're talking about a lot of stuff here. This is not my normal. I do get into these rambles sometimes because it's true. There's a lot of money flowing around and we're all witnessing it. So there's no point in not talking about it. We're all seeing what's happening right now. And a ton of money is going into AI. A ton of money is going into AI. We gotta talk about it. Like,
I will say, even though there is like a ton of construction from like engineering consulting firms about like data centers are doing, just like building data centers for like engineering purposes, I will say a lot of the people, at least that I went to school with and in my cohort, are like people who are wanting to make very positive and human-centered change. It's not people who are like, obviously there's always going to be people who are in it just solely for the money, but like, you don't pursue something that's like inherently difficult like that just for money, because it's like there's so many other ways that you can go about making money than just engineering, especially because like honestly engineering really isn't like the bag isn't what it used to be.
True.
So it's not really about that. I think it stems from the same sort of like just feeling of frustration of things like being the way that they are and just wanting things to be like changed for the better. And I think that that's why I have hope for the future, is because of the young people I've encountered who still like are pushing through, I think, the opposition, and who still have
like hope and optimism that things will. That's what I was just telling them. I was like, I'm trying to hold out. She's a big reason I do this, holding out for hope that like we can still turn the ship around to some degree and like go in a different direction moving forward, because like
it's so hard, honestly, to feel like that when online is like the easiest way to connect with people, and it just amplifies like so much negativity
and fear. Everyone's feeling afraid right now,
but
powerless.
I think that also can create a space where hope can grow in a lot of ways, because everybody's feeling like they need that sort of comfort where like I feel like it's inevitable that eventually somebody, and I don't even think it's just going to be like one thing. I think it'll likely be like a lot of different things that are trying to address problems that we're all sort of experiencing right now, that will sort of like create this positive feedback of like positive change, because I think that's what so many people want right now. Like that's really at the heart of what everybody wants.
I want it.
Yeah.
Happy New Year, East Coasters! Happy New Year! The official New York ball just dropped. Only one.
I heard about that in the car. They're like talking about the crystal ball or whatever the heck they do, and I was like, people are still doing that.
I haven't had cable for years, so I haven't watched the ball drop in a while. But...
so crazy. Are people still like really trying to go out to New York like that? Like, I feel like probably, but like all the people there are definitely just gonna be like, with their phone. Like it's not even about being there anymore. It's about recording yourself being there.
Well, thanks for being here with us instead. Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year. Let's go.
One more hour for us over here in the Midwest, in the central zones.
Another year around the sun. Hey, at one point, people used to think that the Earth was the center of the universe, so we've come a long way.
That's so funny to me. When I learned about that, I was like, That's crazy.
That's a little self-centered, guys.
No, literally. Like, thank you. Happy New Year for you as well, you guys. I'm gonna scoot over more so I don't have to be so off-center. And then you can scoot over more.
Oh.
So we can both share them.
I honestly was kind of like doing my best to limit the science talk, so I was like completely like, okay, I got all my stuff out, so now I'm like checking out.
That's fine.
Not like checking out, but like, it's no longer my turn to talk. That's like what I was telling myself.
Guys gotta watch the Zoran speech. When did he make a speech? Was it today? I haven't seen anything about that. I also haven't been online.
More
I've been working.
Science. Yeah. I mean, I will say I do read studies a lot. Sorry, I know.
I mean, I will say while I have the microphone. This is why I've been encouraging her. I'm like, girl, the rabbit head, yo! Oh my gosh!
Holy crap!
Yeah! 50 subs! She's on Twitch, so she knows what that means. Our other sister's kind of like, I don't know what's happening right now, but she knows. That's hype. Thank you so much. Happy New Year. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, Rabbit Head.
This is gonna be a year of
what were
rolling the ball of overcoming against the odds.
I was gonna say right before that happened that I've been really like all of my family, really, not even just my sisters, like everyone. I'm like, guys, everyone is out here on their little soapbox and we're all refraining except for me. I'm out here on my little soapbox doing ASMR, but like other people in my life and my family are like learning really cool, important, new, like groundbreaking things and just different discoveries about stuff that, like, I'm telling you guys, once you start learning about it, you're gonna fall asleep at night. You're gonna wake up in your mind like, why am I thinking about cyanobacteria right now? Why am I thinking about the algae in the water?
Because they literally brought oxygen into the atmosphere. It was them, and they suffocated themselves and died. They invented photosynthesis and then killed themselves because they couldn't survive the oxygen byproduct.
Oh my god.
That's literally what made, like, iron deposits.
That's crazy.
It took them, like, oh no, like, I can't remember how many million years. It was like, it's between 300 and 700 million years.
You see what I'm talking about?
Such a huge gap. I can't remember the exact amount
like,
of years, but
me and our other sister's podcast was gonna be 2 girls, 1 brain cell, and like this is 2 girls, 1 million brain cells who don't know what to talk about next. Like,
I don't know if it's like
any and everything.
Brain cells as much as it is just like hyperactivity.
It's the spores.
Yeah, spores. No, seriously. Breathing in black mold really stimulated my brain.
Our parents' house is old. It has water damage. There's mold. A lot of mold.
I lived in the basement with like a non-functioning bathroom that flooded every day.
And it's really bad. And we joke that there's a part of us and our cat. I have a cat that is like 19 years old, and we just are like, it's the spores, like the mold spores at this point, are keeping us going. ADHD is the best for interesting combos.
That's true, but it's not the best for, like, organized education, I will say. Which is really unfortunate.
It is!
We need out-of-the-box thinking. And I was gonna say that about what you said is so true, and I think that's kind of what has gotten me interested into, like, science communication, is because, like, there is such a huge gap between, like, the people who have the info and people who don't have the info, but both people want to talk about it.
Yeah.
But it's just, there's not like...
And both people have, like, similar levels of intelligence. One is just more applied than the other in the specific field. But, like, there's so many smart communal scientists out there who are just, like, observing nature and paying attention.
True. Everybody's a scientist.
Exactly.
If you're doing observations and coming to a conclusion, you're doing science. Like...
Give me the spores.
No, I would honestly not recommend the spores. It gives you like runny nose.
Eye crusher.
It took like 6 months of after I moved out for
To,
that
like,
to go
heal.
away. Yeah.
I got a DNA test and told me exactly where I came from and where my parents came from, where my grandparents came from, who my
Whoa.
family is, and if they do the same DNA test, show me where they're at. That's cool.
So cool, but also like that's so crazy.
It is crazy.
The-
Genealogy.
Well, also the reason why we can do that is because of Harry Mueller. I think that's his name, the guy who invented PCR, which is like how we do like DNA replication. He was a kooky guy. He brought a gun to work and like threatened some of the people he was working with. He also like there's this thing that's
Science is metal. That's what they don't tell you.
well, also what you were saying too, the people who are on the science end, I think they can
help.
no, literally. He was canceled for sure because he had a ton of problematic opinions. Like, yeah, we don't have to get into Carrie Muellis right now.
Aiden Harvey, I don't think I commented on your $20 super chat 4 minutes ago, but thank you so much for that. I was swept up in the 50 gifted sub moments and also trying to like finish my planting of the seeds that my sister should be talking to people online. It's very important. What did they say?
About the DNA companies, and that's because there's not a ton of regulation about like around DNA testing or like genealogy sort of stuff. It's the same thing with like dog
Wait, it's
DNA.
pseudoscience?
It's like it is based off science, but they're definitely cutting
Like stretching.
corners. Yeah.
Got it. Interesting.
To where I don't know how much they're actually like checking the validity of the statements that they're making, but I think that there is probably some validity to at least like the broader grouping. But like when it's like 5% this, 5% that, or like 4%, I feel like don't apply as much weight to that kind of stuff because that's probably more of a representation of like the fact that it's unregulated. Because it's the same with dog DNA testing, and I did that for my dog. And it said he was Chihuahua, which I was like, I'm not really seeing it, but like,
but maybe.
Sure. And then I started looking through like a lot of other people's results, and most of them had Chihuahua, and I was like,
oh, that's true. He said 23andMe heavily relies on their endless survey questions, so they're just like gathering other data and information
well,
to make.
It's probably this.
That's super interesting.
Yep.
All of this is super
Well, it's
interesting.
also because it hasn't been around for that long. Like,
Someone said you need to set up a Twitch channel all about facts. I'd
Okay.
join.
I have thought about it a lot.
I would join too, because like we need, and see, this is what I like about her, is she's a fact-driven person. So if she doesn't know something, she'll tell you what she thinks she knows, but she'll also be like, I don't know, and I'll research it more. And then she will, and she'll go look into it, and
It
she'll
got me
come
in
back,
trouble
and then
on
she'll be
English.
like, okay, listen, so I looked into it, and actually it's even crazier than we thought before. And like,
It's called being chronically like indecisive. Because it got me in trouble so much in English, or I would get like C's on papers because they'd be like, you were supposed to argue a point, but then I would give like the opposing sides, and I'd be like, well, actually people think this because of X, Y, and Z reasons. I would start going into that, and there wouldn't be like a firm conclusion because I'd be like, well, I can't really say for sure.
you're like, both sides have validity to them, I don't know.
And they were like, that wasn't the assignment, and I was like, well, I didn't feel like it would be accurate for me to say. So it's like, clearly that was not my skill set, was not English. And people always talk about like how English is more interesting, or like it was easier for them. I'm like,
I loved English. See, that's what my forte was. Like, I loved communication and writing and just descriptive language and embellishments and all that good stuff.
who was that? Somebody ran into the door.
Yeah,
A cat.
ADHD be a gift, not a problem. So
Agree.
true. So true.
Agree. I think, yeah. But I was gonna say too about like the science stuff, that gap. I think that part of it is that a lot of people who go into science who want to communicate the information are just like haven't had a background of like performing, where I think that is kind of something you have to learn. And I also think that it's so common.
By performing, do you mean just like being public speaking and like, I don't know, like being more like extroverted personality wise? Like, what do you mean by performing in this context?
I think when I say performing, I mean like having the skill of translating sort of how you think about things to like an audience. Because like I would say teaching is also performing. So I guess I mean public speaking probably. And I think that the problem too with science sometimes is that there are definitely people who kind of like that they're like the only people who know about stuff, which is a huge problem because it kind of makes this sort of like
the exclusivity of the knowledge.
Ego like stroking, which I think is really unfortunate because like I don't know, it's just like the information is just gonna sit up there in your head and then like what was it for? I don't know, I just find that to be so dumb.
And obviously it's like information that typically is applicable to a lot of people.
Yes.
So
like,
that's the worst part.
You want more people to know about like as much as humans know in general, so that we can like
all keep developing.
Do more to advance.
Well, that's another crazy thing. I was reading a book with my grandparents a while ago, and it was basically talking about aspects of just like research development and like the furthering of a concept in different scientific communities and like medical communities, because people weren't for a long time sharing results or any studies back and forth with each other, so people would be doing the same study in different areas and be having like different corroborative information that they wouldn't be sharing with each other. And like it wasn't until way later that people would start to compare different things and find either inconsistencies or very obvious patterns that we didn't recognize before. And it's just like
that's the same with the finding or like discovery of a lot of elements, is like a lot of people were like looking or just happened upon the same element at a similar time but just weren't talking to each other. And I think that that's why there's so much importance around having like an international science community. Like we need to be talking with each other internationally to 100%. Be able to make sure that like, and I think that that's actually something that's kind of like seems to be universally held among like people who are interested in science, is like you appreciate any sort of science no matter where it comes from and just it being like cool information and a good idea. Obviously there are you
lose the sense of hierarchy of source because you recognize
bigots everywhere. It's not just everyone, but I will say like it seems to be
it seems to me that you see.
The people who are trying to like gatekeep science information are not in science because they care about the topic. It's because they're just thinking about money, which is really unfortunate because that's also like, I thought science is about like minimizing bias. Money is a bias.
True. That was tea. That was tea. Period. Put that on a shirt. I thought science is supposed to be unbiased on the back. Money is a bias. Period. Period.
Because there's also so many times where it's like, oh, this person discovered this like 60 years ago, but everyone just like was like, yeah, whatever. And I'm just like, bro, she was sitting on this.
Happy New Year to you too. She is cooking. It's so true. If DNA or nature is going to have a huge effect in our behavior and the environment also has a huge effect, does that mean we are not actually free because we are contaminated by pretty much life?
Not necessarily, because I think, well, this is where it kind of gets into like when people say, you know, like my cells hold the wheel or like that sort of stuff.
Never heard.
Really? I've definitely heard
my spores and my cells are holding the wheel.
I've definitely heard some people who just have really problematic viewpoints and want to act impulsively. No, literally. I've definitely heard people who have, like just problematic views who just don't like want to do internal reflections, say stuff like that. And I think
that... Or they're just like, this is just who I am.
I feel like the conversation about free will is also to, like, try to take away people's, like, free will or their, like,
sense of autonomy.
Yeah, like, their, like, willingness to sort of, like, change versus just kind of, like, be like, well, I can't do anything. Because I feel like, that's honestly the best thing about humans is that we all will stop and look at somebody who's doing something unpredictable. So if you can come up with an idea that someone else hasn't thought of, you can definitely make change. That's really all it takes.
So true. I completely agree with that.
That's also why social media is the way it is.
So much pressure.
You
know what I mean? It feels like so much pressure to be like an inventor in an age of inventors who are all inventing the same thing. But I was telling them, I was like, they're not really inventing anything new a lot of the times. They're just redesigning something that already exists and making it a different version of the same product or the same concept. And like, I don't know. I think because most things, that's what you're right. A lot of it is for money, and a lot of the consumerist stuff isn't solving any problems.
That's what
anymore.
I was gonna say. Is the problem is that you're gonna lose the ability to make money off of those methods because ultimately it is going to be like
real ingenuity solves something. It's
and
fixing
not listening
an issue.
to the problem of the planet literally like being like, guys, help me, please, I need help. Yeah. Like, not listening to that in any capacity is like going to reduce like soil fertility, and like, you know, we're gonna have infrequent like rainfall, so maybe we should be looking at how we're managing our water. Like, what are we doing with our waste? Are we like appropriately using space if we're gonna be like not having as much space? It's gonna be like fertile land, like and I think that at least what I have found, because I used to feel very stressed about those things. I'm obviously still stressed about those things. That's part of why I'm interested in what I'm interested in. But there are so many other people I've met who are like looking at the same things because it's so hard not to look at them. It's just that they're not outspoken online because they're like in a lab doing something or like talking to other people who are also like looking into similar things. So there's like a disconnect between people who do have like hope in like advancements in science, in environmental
and
science,
who are obviously
in
person, like working on those solutions in real time as we speak.
Yes, and they also like want the feeling of like people supporting them and their efforts, because I think it also can feel disheartening on the science end when you are like feeling like, does anyone even care about this? And then you go online and everyone's like, it's doomed, so we should just give up. And you're like, what am I doing this for? But it's like, yeah, I don't know. I think at a certain point, it's like when you're sitting on information that you think is important, you can't like just be like, I don't know. It's like you're gonna sit there with it for so long, being like, well, I guess I can't do anything about it. But then it's gonna like scratch at you. You're gonna want to like I can't do this anymore. I gotta get back on that. And yeah, I feel like in a lot of small ways, that's kind of already been sort of the shift to a lot of sort of, maybe like, I feel like sustainable is not even really, I don't know, there's so much like problems with like greenwashing and sort of like the language that people use around coming up with like just incorporating nature into our like infrastructure processes, because I feel like that's honestly all like really what it's getting at. Where really it's like kind of, it would be our way as a species of doing what most species have to do, where they learn how to like coexist with their environment and they find their niche. I feel like, yeah, based off of the fact that we were able to, you know, figure out nuclear fission, I have like hope that we could figure out how to like live in some way on the planet in a way that wouldn't just like cause it to collapse, even though like it's heading that way right now. I feel like you have to like sort of make a mistake in order to realize like sort of what you need in order for something to flourish, if that makes sense. And it's really unfortunate, but it is true, especially in the medical field and in engineering, that people learn the most from failures. So I feel like
someone said fusion is the next thing.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think that like chemistry is definitely the next thing, and I think incorporation of chemistry in most things is the next thing, and I think that's highlighted by pollutants mostly, and also just like, you know, if you're gonna try to have plants flourish without putting a bunch of like pollutants on them to make them grow, you're gonna be looking at like biochemistry.
What if you came on my stream like once a month or bi-monthly and we did science talk Saturdays or like science talk Sundays?
I would do that.
Because I feel like we should
I would love to have an outlet for all this info.
I feel like we should do more like capsuled sessions where we like come with the intention of talking about only this kind of stuff. We just sit down, we let whatever we want to ramble about become the topic.
You guys are interested in doing that?
I feel like they are. I feel like multiple people are like, protect her at all costs. Like, they're like, protect this one, Cherie. And like, I've been saying this for a long time, but I also come from such a bias of like this being such a positive part of my life that I feel like a lot of people, and I'm like, you should really be sharing this stuff to the world. Like, there's people who are online ready to hear it. They're like, yeah, but like they don't really feel the feeling of like how nice it really is to be listened to by people that are understanding what you're saying and hearing the importance of it. And so like, yeah, these are the moments where I'm like, it's nice, right? Do more, please, because I don't know this stuff, but you know it. And like,
yeah,
I feel good making you guys feel relaxed and calm, but I'm also like, okay, and also now listen to my sister talk about smart stuff that's like completely different in topic, but very influential of the world nonetheless. Like,
I will say I probably wouldn't ever do something solo. Oh my gosh!
Thank you, Brandon! That's okay, you don't have to do it solo. I guess that's why I'm kind of offering.
I think I just would be
just like a space weekly for you, because you could.
I was kind of thinking if I was trying to be a streamer, the problem would be that I would be like forgetting about it.
That's okay. Brandon, thank you so much.
But also,
Happy New Year's.
I don't know if like having to see like criticism or like. Yeah, I guess like just people who do have sort of like a more pessimistic outlook, or just like, you know, the stuff that it can be hard to filter out. I feel like having to be exposed to that more than I already feel like I am exposed to it by just looking things up would be
for sure.
Like, not something I could handle.
Thank you so much, Slam.
I think I have to kind of be a little bit delusional in order to kind of like think I can still do something to change stuff.
I hear you. I hear where you're coming from for sure.
Because also like everybody's delusional in some aspect, and I think being certain that if you can see a way forward to something and you think it's gonna help people, I feel like, and it doesn't exist, is that not delusion?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, everybody who changed the world at some point could also be considered delusional. Not to say that being delusional is necessarily, like, a good thing. I'm just trying to say that,
I hear what you're saying, though, because obviously to a lot of people, what was once deemed as an impossible concept is, like, now thriving and flourishing in the world today. And it took someone saying, well, I don't see the impossible as impossible. I see the way. Period.
Sorry, I didn't try.
No,
I was
period.
trying to interrupt you.
Thanks, Trevor Bias. What are you gonna pray for us? I'm curious what your prayer will be.
I can't even see.
I know, you're like...
I didn't bring my glasses either. I thought about it, but I was like, I'm not gonna be reading anything.
Both of my sisters will come over blind as a bat and just like not bring their means of seeing. They will not bring their contacts. They won't bring their glasses. They'll just come blind and stay that way. And they just are like, it's fine. Like, that's so brave to me to go out into the world like that.
Okay, well.
Cherie, thank you. Okay, guys, I'm gonna start segueing us because we have 5 minutes until the premiere, and I know if I don't...
Premiere?
Yeah, I'm premiering a new video. That's what we've been waiting for. I was supposed to do it at 11, but I pushed it back because, like, I don't know. Should I push it back again? Yeah, I wasn't thinking you were gonna come in here, but this is good.
I always do that.
This is good.
And I just can't shut up.
No, it's fine. This is great. This is great.
I'm just like, I just start crying.
I'm trying to think. Part of me wants to push it back, but part of me is like, okay, this is, again, the seed we're planting for the future of continuing to do this. It's a new year. We're going to start a new chapter of the stream development where I've been already wanting to transition my content away from just ASMR. I told you guys that. So this is definitely a segment away from that I'm like, really wanting to invest time into.
I would totally do that, and I would make visuals.
And I was gonna say, I already know you would come in with like a presentation prepared, being like, okay guys, today we're gonna talk about blah blah, and like I'm sat. I'm sat already. I'm sat down, my seatbelt strapped. I'm ready. I'm locked in. Like, I'm ready for it. This is what I do in my free time when I'm not on the stream. Like, this is what I'm doing. I'm talking to her about this stuff and being like, wow, that's crazy. Like, so you guys being here for me is just a treat. And I'm sure for her, it's nice for it to not just be me as the feedback. There's some of you out there that are more
I think
knowledgeable of some of these things than I am, and that's
okay. It's so reassuring
okay.
and comforting to see that people, like, I don't know, I think maybe haven't been completely closed off to positive change. I don't know. I think it's so hard when you don't have an avenue, just being able to talk to people about it.
Totally. Yeah, that's what this space is for a lot of people here. I feel like me included, just like a place to talk about things with other people that aren't necessarily wanting to like engage in all of the back and forth negative debating that a lot of people online just seem to be really fueled positively by. Like, there's something that they're getting out of that, and I'm not getting anything out of that but stress and anxiety. So when I can talk to you guys and have kind of calm, not debates, but just conversations where we just kind of expound on certain aspects of maybe our disagreements or our differences of seeing things, it's really helpful. And like bridging those gaps, I feel like for everyone involved is like healing and healthy, and like we need to continue to do that. There's, again, something we're not talking about but is very much a factor, tons of international people here, which is really awesome. Like, a lot of my audience isn't even from the country we are born and raised in, which is what I feel some of the most valuable parts of the stream has been for me, is having an outward perspective on things that are going on from people around the world. And like, yeah, I want to bridge these gaps. Like, I just want to continue to connect people. I feel like I've always been really good at that, connecting people and just kind of like being a space holder to like have other people interact. And I'm like, cool, I did my job. I'm here. Like, I got everyone together, and now they're doing the thing I knew they were gonna do. Like, they're doing the magic thing. And that's what this feels like. As soon as she walked in, I was like, oh my god, okay, it's happening.
It's
like,
because you're a jack of all trades and a master of all of them.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And like, I have 2 people following in my footsteps faster than I can walk. So sorry, I got hair in my mouth. I feel like 60 seconds. Okay. I'm going to say one last thing. I feel like I'm at a point as a big sister where like I see so much potential and growth in both of my sisters where I'm like, oh, they're going to surpass me. They already are.
No.
Like, in ways, in no time.
We're going to all go together.
And that's what I was going to say, is like, we're really trying hard to be more of a team together. We're putting a big emphasis on team and family and stuff this year. So who knows where that will take us, but it's gonna be somewhere together, and I like that a lot. So anyway,
and maybe science and the stream together.
I think that would be so fun, because then we could take it, imagine we take it IRL to certain spots where we're doing experiments, and then we can on the site like be like talking about what we're doing and like what we're learning. I have a lot of equipment. There's a lot of stuff that we could do, and then we could
a microscope.
We could also take that and clip it up. We could clip that stuff up and put it on YouTube for other people to see it, other scientists. There's a community out there. They're online, and you'd be really surprised at how random they will come across content like this, where it's like you're talking to some professor at Yale in the comment section of a YouTube video. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, you never know who's online, because we're all just people. At the end of the day, we're doing the same things. We're vegging in the same places.
Who else is out there?
So, anyway, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year!
This has been so exciting and like, wow. Wow.
Thanks everybody.
My
for
videos,
subs. That was
yeah,
crazy.
I have a lot to say. My video's premiering. It would mean a lot to me if you went and watched it. You don't have to. You can watch it another time. Red Boy, you're so great. The gifted subs are crazy. The positivity is crazy. Just like the energy of the space is always like this here. And I love it. And I love you guys. And I, like I said, was like really having to muster up the energy. Remind you.
Don't just take classes. Take charge. Start your comeback today at urduglobal.edu.
I'm so sorry. Thank God we're not in ASMR. Hold on, let me pause this.
That caught me so off guard. I thought that somebody was I thought it was like a Siri activated.
Did you guys just die? So sorry.
Did you just add me? Well, maybe we lost track of the ad break.
Anyway, I will be in the comments of the video off and on as we're celebrating New Year's over here together. But moving forward, I feel like I'm talking like this is the end. This feels like the beginning of something.
Yeah!
And it's really exciting me. So I guess I'm just kind of like, okay, guys, I'll see you next time. Like,
of something new. Not High School.
I was gonna say it's a High School Musical. I love it. Okay, well, awesome New Year's stream. I definitely wish I would have started earlier, but we have a whole nother year together. Imagine that. We get to do so many more live streams, have so many more conversations, learn so many more things together, and just go about life not so alone. Thank goodness.
Together.
Heck yes. So, thank you for your time. I hope you've had a wonderful New Year's experience wherever it's been for you, wherever you are on the earth. If it's day, night, morning, afternoon, whatever time it is for you, I hope you're having a good time. Thank you for being here. I thank you for being so kind to my sister. I didn't even have to do the, you better be nice while she shares her science facts to you. You guys just were nice. And I wouldn't expect anything less from my community. I feel very proud to be like the person you guys are here for, because you guys are awesome. And I didn't have any control over that. I just had control over showing up and being myself. And the fact that you guys are who I attracted, I'm really blessed. I'm really grateful. And like, yeah, I don't know.
Restoring faith in humanity.
Every day I wake up and I'm like, thank goodness I get to do what I do, because I am not built for much else. I'm serious. I'm serious. Today I was thinking, I told them, I got on and I was like, for someone who's mostly introverted that would not be thriving at the bars right now, this is perfect New Year's for me. This is so fun for me. It's like so exciting and just like the same thing I'm sure people are feeling out at the clubs or whatever's going on. Like, that's how I feel here right now. I love it, and I love that I can share that with so many different people that are everywhere. Like, it's just so special. I say it every time I'm on the stream. This is insane what we're doing right now. It's crazy how we get to connect like this. I can't believe that I am doing it at all to any capacity. So I'm just like, is this real life? Like, love you guys. Happy 2026. Happy New Year. If you missed any of this VOD, it will be on YouTube. If you don't have time to watch this tonight, it will also be on YouTube. Everything's on YouTube. Everything is also on Twitch. And old archives are on Patreon if you have interest in those. Other than that, I'll see you next time on the live stream. Live. For the next present moment we all get to share. Bye. Bye. I'll turn the music up for you guys. If you want to redirect yourself to the new video, you can do !new video and it will populate a link for you in the chat. Or on YouTube, you can just click my profile and then go over. Or you can go to bed. Whatever you want to do. What are you looking at? The GIF. The worm. It's me as a worm.
That's so cute.
Thanks.
What if I was a worm? Well, now you don't have to.
Yeah, I was gonna do an ASMR. I still need to make it, and maybe you can help me actually. Wait, I was gonna do a green screen video as a worm where I like pop out of an apple, and it literally is like your girlfriend turned into a worm. Do you still love her?
Have you seen the Heidi Klum where she's like dressed as an earthworm for that premiere? I literally have a folder on my desktop that's just the photos of her dressed up as a worm. It's so crazy. We have to do that for you. Special effects.
That's what I need, like a bald cap, and like I need to like look. No, I literally wanted it to be like the sound where it's like pop, like, you know, like when they like pop out of something in a cartoon. I wanted it to be my face popping out of a green screen apple. And I'm like,
he pops out of her like
I'm like,
eye.
babe, I'm like, babe, down here. Hey, honey. So, it worked. I'm a worm. I need to go back.
I'm sliming extra today.
Oh, wait, that's not my head. That's my butt. They look the same. And it used to be the other.
You can also do like,
can't they switch?
You get cut in half and it's like both ends.
And then my head pops out.
But it's like me and like Grace or something.
Alright guys, we could go on for hours and we will another day. I love you guys so much. I'll see you next time. Thank you for such a fun New Year's. This was really fun. Cheers. Ciao. Have fun in the chat. I'll see you in the video premiere. And I love you. See you next time.